And just like that, we are off. Ready to rock the Tuesday. And these mornings, you can see on the glass there, it's a smidge bit hard to see out the windows. And it's fun because the kids this morning were like, hey, why can't I see out the windows? And because I'm so smart and I know the science behind air cooling to its dew point and the air around our car being cooler because it's metal, and that's about all I know. But anyway, yeah, it's fun having all the moisture on the car, having the cool mornings. I used to have the fancy remote start, which was fantastic for cold mornings like this. But, oh, we're getting dark, man. This thing gonna adjust. Oh, look how good I look. Yeah, hey, so now I just gotta go out there, stick a key in, turn a key, and we're rolling, you know? I feel bad though. I didn't do that this morning. So you wake kids up, shove them in a cold car that is cold for the 3 minutes it takes to get to my house, to Graham's house. And they're like, can you turn on the heater? I'm like, dude, the heater doesn't work. Heater is still heating. And now it's warm. Now we're getting it. Anyway. But these are the days, I think the high is going to be like mid 70s. So you have to throw the jacket on for the morning. And you walk into a class though, and I get to set my temperature to what I want, right? So you shed the jacket, but then you go outside, you need the jacket. But then by the end of the day, you're just carrying the jacket to your car because you don't need it anymore. I seriously think somebody needs to invent just onesies that are thin enough to not cook us, but thick enough to keep the cool out, and kind of like at private schools, so there's like a uniform. I think we need to just make like an earth uniform that is a simple, cozy onesie. And I know going to the bathroom is not super easy in onesies, so maybe there's some engineering that needs to get involved. But let's just simplify this thing, you know? Who needs all the accessories? I know we all do because we love our stinking accessories. I'm placing a bet that Auntie Erica is the bus driver in front of us. And there's only one way to find out. Looks like we're gonna have to go past her. Today, iPhone 14, which is not even the new iPhone. New iPhone gets here, and so maybe shutting off lights. I was like researching this is an 11, okay? What's the difference between an 11 and a 12? Well, and I guess students told me they discontinued the 12, so maybe that's true. Maybe they're just messing with me. All right, let's pass Auntie Erica. Yeah, we got her. Called it. Auntie Erica for the win. The best. What were we just talking about? Onesies. It's crazy how your brain does that. I knew it wasn't onesies. I just said onesies. Now my brain's thinking about onesies. Oh, this is where you edit the clip. Oh, iPhone. See? I'm pretty good. I've been up for a while. Callaway learned how to crawl out of her crib, and so, you know, she's kind of been doing some of that, waking us up early. Gotta love it. iPhone, what's the difference between an 11 and a 12? Discontinued 12. What about the 12 and the 13? What about the 13 to the 14, 14 to the 15? And the price difference was like less than $50 between the 13 and the 14. And one of the qualities that I was like, oh, sweet. This thing has 64 gigs, which is why I have to delete every video right after I record it, because I record them so dang long. But this one will have 256 gigs. And I was reading that when you turn on the selfie camera, which is what this thing is having, I get to see myself looking so fly in the morning. Has better low light brightness. And I was just realizing, like this morning, turning on the light, that might be nice to have, you know, some low light brightness for the morning when the camera is directed at myself. So anyway, that'll get here today. But I'm assuming I've got to go to the Apple Store. Maybe. Sorry, probably not Apple Store. Maybe AT&T. Do I have to activate it? Can I transfer things? I'm gonna keep this beast for camera usage. You know, recording things in different places. So, what are you gonna do, Bronco? You're gonna try to pass me up? I pray for people like this, you know what I mean? Yep, I'm gonna get over it, and you're gonna have to let me over. Can only do so much, people. If only they knew I was saving lives, recording YouTube videos on my drive to school, you know? They would probably let me over a lot sooner. Definitely kidding again. I was talking about driver's training. My grandpa was a CHP officer, and he also did driver's training in his off time, which I'm sure he did not have a whole ton of, because he had 4 kids. One of them was my mom, you know? Full-time job, 4 kids. Anyway, he used to have a car that, like, you had the brake on the passenger side. He'd give drivers training lessons. So I feel like I learned from the best, man. My grandpa was already the GOAT, and he got to teach us how to drive, and he had so many fun jingles and taught us how to become a defensive driver, because in CHP world, he saw so many people try to run a red light. Light turns green for everybody else. Car accident happens. So to this day, light turns green. My eyeballs still go, okay, nobody's trying to run this red light. All right, now we're good, you know? I see a lot of people on motorcycles. Second the light turns green, they're like, what? Zipping across. Dude, it takes one person running a red light, man. Don't become a pancake. When the light turns green, green means go, but red means stop. And I don't know if it's just me, I've realized lots of people don't always slow down when they see yellow. They see yellow and speed up, and they're trying to get through that red light. They got somewhere to go. And anyway, one of my students got one of those tickets for going through the controlled intersection where, anyway, they got all the cameras. He got lit up, took a bunch of photos, and we got to have the fun conversation of when you are doing something like driving, which is a privilege. Be smart, know which intersections are the controlled ones, so that if you're like, oh my gosh, it's yellow, should I speed up, slow down? You're like, all right, right thing to do, slow down. Maybe cops aren't watching, but the cameras are. Gotta do the right thing, you know what I mean? And on freeways, Like, traffic's going 75 miles an hour. Somebody in my class said yesterday, if you drive the limit around the speed limit around a police officer, they're probably going to think it's suspicious, and they're going to pull you over for going the speed limit. To which I said, my sweet, kind, 16-year-old brained humans, you should not be getting pulled over if you are doing the speed limit, and there should be nothing suspicious about doing the right thing. And I think that he was just saying, well, if everybody else is doing the wrong thing and then I'm the only one doing the right thing, it's suspicious and I'm going to get pulled over. I'm going to get a ticket for, again, probably driving without a license or driving a car that's not registered to you or without insurance. But I think they were just worried about getting pulled over because they maybe shouldn't be driving just yet. I just thought that was the silliest thing, that you think by doing the right thing you look suspicious in a world of people that are doing maybe going 75, but if you're going 65 you get pulled over. Gosh, no you can't. I'm not a police officer. I know a few. I mean, I'm not saying you can't. All the kids nowadays, they tint all their dark windows. We had a long talk about that too. If I'm a police officer and I'm walking up to a car with crazy dark tinted windows, I'm an ass to roll them down. Well, kids are saying, well, some of my windows are broken. Can't roll them down. Okay, still suspicious. I'm not gonna walk up to your car. Some kids were saying they've got the old school rolling the windows down. I'm saying, good. We talked about, right? When you get pulled over, hands on the wheel, roll all the windows down, turn a light on, right? If it's nighttime, you know, like, let them know there's nothing to be suspicious about, unless there is something for them to be suspicious about. But they were saying, if I lean over and I start rolling all the windows down, it's going to look like I'm doing something that I'm not really doing. To which I'm like, you know, you got a point. If your windows are broken, let's fix your windows, fool. Anyway, I think I'm going to take it easier on my voice today. Got to shoot some drone stuff for a news clip and got out there, and guess what happened? The drone was not updated. When the drone's not updated, guess what happens? The drone can't do what the drone needs to do. If you do not update the drone and the controller periodically. So in this news segment, we were filming, and guess who gets to go out there today and do what needed to get done yesterday? But in a world of, I could complain about it. Whoa. Oh, that was the other thing. iPhone 14 has better camera stabilization when it's moving. And I've noticed that these things probably, I have like a $9 device off of Amazon holding this phone. Those are speed bumps. Maybe we get some better clarity, some better, anyway. In a world though where we could just sit around and complain, I'm like, hey, I get to go back out there. I get to do the map and the survey that I meant to do yesterday, but didn't get to. You know what? There's a reason for it, and I'm gonna figure that out today during my break. Driving out there, flying, getting the map, sending it to the film crew. One of my students crushed it yesterday. Drone, goggles, FPV, flew the drone from way outside all the way inside the building, through some turns and hallways into the studio. It's gonna be awesome. Awesome footage. Kids doing awesome things. We're signing kids up for some awesome opportunities. It's a good time to be a teacher. All right, that's enough. Till next time. Till the morning. Till mañana. Hopefully my voice is better, because we're supposed to be live on the news station tomorrow. And yep, fun stuff. Cool people back into parking lots. Just a heads up, okay? So if you're KUHL, that's what you do. Peace.